Good morning, socials. I'm getting feedback. Here, let me take these off. Sorry. All right. Good morning. So, sorry, a little beat up and tired, but all good. Sitting here, getting our morning prayers in. Got my little bear beside me. Uh, just trying to get things right for the missus. Kind of want to share this morning, you know, a little bit. You see some of the craziness going on with, my wife chills at the house, and while I'm running around doing everything, uh, with her condition, kind of share a little bit. Um, 2016, she was in a car accident that inflamed uh, epilepsy. It also sparked an autoimmune disease that feeds off of uh, the epilepsy. So if she's not getting oxygen or certain telltale signals or whatever, it will inflame her body to fight against her even harder on top of having seizures and everything. So uh, I've been in the military and moved all around. Watch out, Lily. Uh, Moved all around for 20 some years, and I've had some very challenging times. I've been married 4 times. 4 times gets it right. Big heart, being in the military, and uh, you know, regardless, you figure out exactly what you need in somebody. And my wife was a Vietnam War baby that was adopted by a pastor, and thank God for Ben and Alice. Uh, but she was a little brown face and went through a lot of turmoil in her life, just trying to fit in, and never really having that childhood. And so fast forward, she was married for 20 years. Loving, beautiful relationship at the time, but a lot of stresses behind the scenes, to the point that my wife was ready to walk, and she did. So, but regardless, we've battled for years with her health, and she's the sweetest person I ever known. She didn't have a childhood. She was always worried about trying to fit in and all that. I'm strong enough. I'll take all the punches and the moves. Like I said, I went through one move. I did a lot of single parenting while I was in the military. I had 2 kids by the age of 20. One at 17, and found out I joined the military at 17. Didn't find out until after I was already gone that he was mine, and found Jordan's mom that walked out on him. Well, walked out on us, rather, back when he was 3 to 5. And I was paying $1,500 a month to have my kid watched on base while staying in housing that was so bad they ripped up 8 feet of my yard. They dug up the entire yard because PCBs were in it, cancers. So I got my 2-3-year-old walking around. I had to put up my own fence so he just wouldn't fall. But that's the type of living conditions we were in. Meanwhile, his mom, I came back from Iraq, and she had me drive down to meet this guy named Brian at this car club, another Brian, And I thought we were checking out cars, but she was checking out her boyfriend. So once I came back, she had already moved in with two other, and I didn't even know who they were. It wasn't even Brian. But then she took everything I had. So luckily, by the grace of God, I got good, solid people in my life. Angel and love y'all for real. That looked out for me. But meanwhile, paying $1,500 a month as a E4, E5, that got demoted because of an unprofessional relationship, which was stupid. But after being in Iraq and going back and messing with mortuary and security and all that stuff, and yeah, I had an airman that I got too close with. I paid the price and got a 2 on an EPR followed by follow-up 4s because it was just the wave to ride me. There was 20 jobs in that little 10-person section, and I had 14 of them. 14 as the primary. Finally, a senior came in, and so I had to study, because of that, I lost 2 testing cycles, and I had a first sergeant tell me I'd never see tech sergeant. He'd bet his life on it and everything. Well, sorry, Jay. Sorry about your luck. But it was a learning situation. So I come back from doing mortuary and getting a 5,000-pound bomb thrown us, out the side of a hangar. If you ever want to Google Kirkuk bomb dump '04, it was like got a 10-second news clip. And then it was back to keeping up with the Kardashians. But meanwhile, we were getting shot at. They hit our ammo dump, and then it starts firing back on us. So stuck right in the middle of the matrix and trying to get other people out and going back and having them thank me when they retired, saying, thanks for coming back when the bombs were dropping and stuff like that. That's the type of person I am. I'd save, vehicles from lightning storms and stuff. Didn't, they found out about it, wanted to put me in for it, a medal. I just did what needed to be done. But, so I came back. Sorry, I know this is a tangent, but y'all in with me. So, come back and, all my stuff's gone. And I'm trying to take care of my son, and then his mom I was getting ready to deploy, and I was like, look, you watch him over this deployment, and then I'll get full custody, because I got him full time anyway. And she was like, yeah, okay, cool. Well, she disappeared. Wasn't literally was avoiding her home as I drove down every day for 2 weeks to Salt Lake because she didn't want to take her son. So then I had to find an emergency rush order to have my son watch them, then come back. And my dad died within 24 hours after that one getting coming back. Maybe it wasn't 24 hours, maybe it was a week or something. But then I had to drive back across the states going through a bankruptcy because I didn't have anything and my ex-wife took everything. Getting penalized because I already lost a bunch of pay for that scenario and everything. So I always had to score number 1 in the Air Force for all my ranks, and I always did. I just locked myself up for, I don't know, sleep 3-4 hours a day, and study the books and go to work, briefing president and chief of staff and generals and writing nuclear guidance and all sorts of stuff. But each time that I went through something like that, Jordan's mom disappeared, and finally I had to. I was trying to take him on a cruise. He asked if we could talk, try and reach out to Sabrina, and of course that's my son. I'll never keep him from his mom, but I found sister, found grandma, found her. She just didn't answer, never responded. So I just ran an ad in the Wyoming newspaper for it because I was trying to take my kid on a cruise and needed her to sign the paperwork, and paid and got full custody. But meanwhile, that was a endeavor. When I left Montana going for Wyoming, they created it was the first MAGCOM function was a E7 within Global Strike Command. It used to be E9 billet, but they converted it, and I was the first guy, and there was a whole cheating scandal going on with 90 key turners, and our general, I was the first guy to brief him, General Jack Weinstein, when he replaced General Kerry. First day I was going to tell him, man, I could save you $60,000 by getting rid of chef whites in the field. It's cold, and chefs don't really want to wear them, and it's futile. And he told me, no, I like them, but what you can do is you can go ahead and relocate all 450 personnel and basically 6 bases across 33,800 square mile complex. Take all the missile chefs and put them from underneath the operations groups into the force support, which really sucked because I had already done real-time guidance and found a way to save 6-7 bodies, relocate them in the OSS, and it would have been a much better move to this day. Steve Taylor, if you watching, you know. But regardless, so I told him, but he said, yeah, I want it done in 45 days. Key turners shouldn't govern, cooks. Key turners should govern key turners. Force support should govern force support. So figure it out and make them. And you have my blessing. So here I am as a E7. Just came in, had to sell that divorced, leaving. I had to sell a house, 2 dogs, 2 bikes, load up, and then was stuck with a house for 18 months until I finally had to foreclose on that thing too. But every time something big like this happens, these big moves, something beautiful always comes from it. And with my wife, with her moves, she never, hers was reactionary. And the stress, just from waking up in this home and me not being here can really mess with her well-being. And, so I just wanted to take a minute today to say, try and read your spouse. Take a little bit extra today. Try and do something right for them. Just get a little something going. I do this daily. It works for us. She's super happy about it. But if you have a spouse that isn't as neat of a person, and I'm saying this house is disgusting, but I'm getting ready to clean it. That's not their priority and it stresses them, and you can see their trigger, and just go ahead and knock them out. If you're with somebody, or if you're even dating, that's where you want to get to, is trying to have a partner like that. So, she trusts me completely to handle all the finances, which is extremely hard for her. She was in a situation where, her ex-husband got cancer, and she was having to manage a construction company while working at the city of Phoenix on mega huge projects with 4 kids, and just holding on life by the coattails as she's getting sick and ran down, and things were never finite. It was always just, you know, uh, that's the nature of the construction business. I mean, money can move and what have you. But she's never felt completely secure. And that's something that she's told me right from jump when she got with me. I told her, I got you. Um, I can carry your crosses and everybody else's too. It's no issue for me. But what I can't do is watch her hurt and not be okay, you know, or watch her lips start to twitch or her eyes start to dilate and, you know, rapidly, you know, start to go back and forth. Well, if I'm not around to notice it, she doesn't notice herself. So, you know, trying to do check-in breaks and being like, hey, you know, make sure to rest and everything. We got a good system. It works for us. But, you know, whatever works for you all. I'm just a you know, busybody that loves completely and cares about everybody that I ever met and encountered, even, you know, past. It's one of those situations. Every person I've ever been with, romantically, has always tried to come back to me. Grass is always greener after the fact, or what have you. Because I'm an attentive person, but could also be an asshole when it came to alcohol too. So, yeah, fix that. Got that killed. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, just food for thought. All right, this thing is going super long now, but cool. Catch y'all soon. Deuces.